go ahead and go to our next speaker, who is Peter Pollard, principal at KW Engineering. Peter will talk about BayREN's municipal zero net energy and zero net carbon assistance. So he'll be talking about free help that is kind of available for jurisdictions.
Hi, Denise. Should I go share my screen? I think yours is still there.
Let me, go ahead.
Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, and thank you to everyone on this call and this whole community. I appreciate all your work and leadership, so thank you. Yes, my name is Peter Pollard. I'm a principal at KW Engineering. We're an energy engineering firm across the country, but headquartered in Oakland. We're providing technical services to a BayREN program, the Municipal Z&E Tech Assistance Program. Whoops, sorry, wrong arrow. So quickly what I'll cover, I'm gonna try to be real quick. I think we're dragging a little bit behind, talk about the program, the services available, a few things about interacting with it, and touch quickly on a few examples of past projects. So again, this is about free help for Bay Area municipalities. So if you're within a Bay Area county, then reach out and get some free help. My main thing here is on every slide, I think pretty much I include the website for the program, which includes a link to request some information, and my own email if you want to be sure to feel free to reach out directly. So this program is funded by the CPUC. It's around, of course, the state's zero net energy goals, managed by BayREN, and we work providing the services as part of Frontier Energy's team. So as being Z&E, we look at efficiency and renewables, and really now building electrification as well. So what kinds of services are we talking about? It's really wide open, and especially now with the change in fuel switching consideration, electrification is potentially part of it. I think because it's Z&E, it's important that we're looking at efficiency and renewables and perhaps electrification. We're trying to look at the whole picture. I want to be clear though that Z&E, you can participate even if you don't think any sites you have can achieve Z&E, because first of all, maybe they can. And second of all, if you get some portion of the way towards Z&E, that's a victory as well. This is about existing buildings and facilities or planned new construction. We can work on the building or portfolio or policy levels. Here's a few things that are sample examples. A couple other things in listening to Blake's talk at the beginning here, I'd love to get into, for example, digging into gas package units across a portfolio and what's required to switch those to heat pump systems as they fail, maybe review somebody's facility condition assessments, FCAs, et cetera. I better keep going. So really wide range of subjects we can get into. Again, this applies to all of you municipalities in ABAG. It's free, there's really no obligation or otherwise from you. There's really no reason not to get engaged. Generally, from timing, sooner is better, at least to check in with the program. I'll talk about an example of where this was significant, but really it starts with a call. We get on various folks, your BayREN County representative, and talk about a potential scope that would suit what you need. I think, in terms of limits, I do want to point out we tend to leave people looking for more help, which is a victory in my books, but we want to serve as many governments as possible around the Bay. So we will only go so far generally, but we want to get more participation across more governments. So then I'm just going to touch on a few examples. A recent one for a new town center, this is Corte Madera. So they had plans to build a new town center starting, I think a couple of years ago, and reached out to the program, and they were told, go away, come back when you have the project a little bit defined, but not already all figured out. So that was a sweet spot. So we got back involved once they kind of defined the project from an overall architectural point of view, but hadn't got into any core design. They did not have Z&E goals. They had, I think, a certain, lead silver or something efficiency goal, but not too aggressive. So we were able to get in there. We did an energy model in which we could test various scenarios of different design features. We looked at the potential of solar PV and what was required across different targets. And ultimately, we looked at a couple scenarios, their current plans, and then comparing to what a Z&E upgrade would be, and then a ZNC upgrade. And I believe at this point, they're expecting to recommend to target Z&E, which had not been on the books. So big victory as far as I'm concerned. And as was noted before, I guess even in the Z&E, where for the new building, it's the recommendation there is all electric. That helps with less PV required to hit Z&E because of the efficiency of electric heat pumps, such as Blake talked about at the beginning. Here's another example, more common, but this is really auditing an existing facility, a library in Berkeley. And again, looking at here, we do an analysis of current use. Look at this already had some PV. Look at other opportunities for additional solar or other renewables, and then do a stepwise analysis of what efficiency measures could be applied to bring down the requirement for PV. In this case, there's not enough space on site with these measures to hit Z&E, but it's still okay. I think they get to 80% or something. Let's keep marching. So third example, was looking at a portfolio overview. This was San Mateo a few years ago. Blake and team did this one actually. It can include such steps as benchmarking across the portfolio, looking for which sites are best candidates. I'd love in this situation to get into some cross-portfolio measures as mentioned, like gas pack replacements on burnout, etc. So those are three examples. And with that, again, get in touch either through your BayREN County rep or directly to me or through the program's own website, as I shared earlier. So thank you. I'll pass it on to others.
Thank you, Peter. And again, this presentation will be shared after the event and will be posted online. So all attendees will be able to access the presenter's contact information.